What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 40, returns today on the back of a great run from the Tractor Boys. Yep, 6 wins in 7 in all competitions, 7 straight clean sheets as well, and no losses in those 7 games as well. Right now, top of the table, 5 clear of Chelsea, 5 to go before the halfway stage. So today, gonna get there, plus we'll have Europa League match day 6 as well against Torino. Right now, the only team with a better record than us, 100%. So, yeah, there is loads to get through. We're going to crack on with the first game today. It is Bournemouth at home, and again on this fantastic run of 6 wins in our last 7 games in all competitions, in pole position. Well, we said it, these are the games where we need to win if we are to stay top of the table. A loss away at Anfield or a draw at the Etihad, no one's going to complain too much, but slip-ups in the bankers can sometimes cost you the silverware. Let's make sure that won't be the case here. Go on, switch down. Yeah, you win the bankers, you win the championship. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, last season I did this career mode with Almeria, and that was literally the strategy we adopted in, I think it was our 3rd season, because we bottled the title the previous year. And then I was like, man, I'm wasting too much energy trying to beat Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico. And then at times I would slip up to your Granadas or your Cadizes, for example. So I was like, let me try a different strategy. Forget Barca, forget Real, forget Atletico. Let's just make sure we beat the Celta Vigos of the division, if you will. And I'm sure we'll end up being champions. And we were. And it's kind of the same with Ipswich Town this season. It's like, you know, we've had a loss to Chelsea. We've just drawn there against Manchester City. We've had a goalless draw away in North London against Spurs. Okay, I ain't gonna get mad about that. But as long as we win these games, your Bournemouths, your Southamptons, you know, then I'm sure we'll be title winners. Still missing Amin Adli. I think that's the thing that's kind of gone under the radar in this run. It's like as Gibbs White finds Washington, great touch, turn not bad either, but Jay Gorter makes quite a simple save. We are missing our player of the season the past 2 years, you know, and yet we are still getting the goals and still getting the wins. That is the most impressive part of all of this, to be missing the star man, who, don't forget, we said in this team can sometimes feel like he's a one-man team player, if you will, and yet still be getting these wins. Man, imagine how good we'll be when Adley comes back in late January. This has been an excellent run. Free kick for Ipswich. I'm going to try and catch Gorter out here. Why not? Garner to take it. Oh, what a goal! 3rd free kick goal and a save. James Garner, who we said has the green light to shoot from open play, but also from the tightest of angles. How has he squeezed that one in there? I said this a couple episodes ago. I genuinely think I'm getting better at free kicks, and I think that has just proved it. We scored a belter with Leif Davis last season, and this one is curled in from the tightest of angles. I don't think I've ever scored a free kick like that. I have now. What a goal from James Garner. Honestly, I think that is going to go down as one of my top 5 free kick goals ever. And I mean ever. Now, I don't think anything would ever be a free kick I scored to win the Champions League final with Watford in FIFA 16 with Marco the Magician Ryan Towler. Love to my followers that know of that name and watch that career mode. But that's got to be up there. That free kick has got to be up there for the technique and the angle alone. I mean, you can't get better than that. That was literally inch perfect. With the Tractor Boys rolling right now. Well, we often talk about this. When things are going well, as Mudryk should have made it too. It just feels as though you can do anything, you know. When you're on form, when you're feeling good, those sort of things just happen. Still leading by 1, but really should be 2 goals up here. And a second goal definitely coming at this point. Well, it took an early lead through a wonderful goal, and probably should have added to the tally. But I guess it's on brand for Ipswich Town not to do that and just grind out the 1-0. It's what we do. We're not a high-scoring team. We're a high-powered defence. And once again, we shut the door for what is now our 8th clean sheet in a row in all competitions. Yeah, Bulgar's Panenka penalty miss is now looking like a distant memory. We are on fire. And thus, if there was ever a time to go into this game, it's right now. Yup, hosting currently the only 100% side in the Europa League right now, Torino in pole position. I have to say, for the new format, like I said, I'm going to give it some time, man. I'm not going to write it off in the first season we're using this new format, but I don't know if there's like a reward for finishing top or in 8th. I mean, 1st to 8th, they are all automatically missing the playoff round and going straight into the last 16. But I don't know if there's a reward for finishing top of the league phase or whether you sneak in 8th. I don't know if there's a seeding thing that helps like in the NBA playoffs. I don't know. But I guess we might end up finding out as we take on the current league leaders. Torino at home. Go on, this town. Honestly, I do prefer the old format massively, don't get me wrong, but like I said, it's the first season in real life using the new format, so you can't rule it out until you've given it a chance to, you know, go through the whole year. But again, to me, it's just the same problem that modern football has. It's just too many games, like just far too many games. You take us last season, we went into the playoffs, and that meant we had, technically, a last 32, a last 16, a quarter-finals, a semi, and now we made it through that, there would have been the final. That's a lot of games in its own. But don't forget, you're playing 8, not 6, but 8 league phase games as well. That is a lot of games when you got to combine that with domestic football as well. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to rule it out. I'm going to give it time. You know, it's only just began in real life, of course, but to me, it is the common problem with UEFA and FIFA and all the governing bodies, really, in top-level football, not understanding that it should be quality over quantity, not the other way around. As Delap is denied and can't turn into rebound, we'll get another go, and this time does score. Gives White with a tackle, Delap with a finish, Ipswich in front. God, a free kick, honestly, so good. But to be fair, I think I preferred the Leif Davis one last season, even though the Ghana one was from an obscure angle. Oh, thank you, Christensen. Appreciate that, mate. Even though that was from an obscure angle, adding to the difficulty. I think the Davis one, because it was just so far out and hit with so much power, that was a belter, you know. I genuinely think that's one of my favourite free kick goals ever, is Adam Wharton has space to let fly. Oh, shot deflects off the post, and Christiansen says, oops, look what I found. Taps in the rebound, and as we always say, rebound goals in this year's FC are ridiculously, and I mean ridiculously common, and a bit too common as well. So when you've taken that shot, don't lose your concentration, even if you don't think it's going to hit the back of the net. Christiansen just onside there with the number 4 keeping him on, and taps in off the post. Always keep your fingers on the controller. Always have, for me, I have my right thumb over the circle button on PlayStation, so I'm always aware for a tap in if one arises, and at the moment it's happening very frequently indeed. Lucky goal, but it's happening a lot this year. And we keep talking about it, you know, when you're in good form, those sort of things just happen. When life is going well, the universe rolls with the energy, you know. I don't want it to be that way. It's not fair, but it's just how it is. And thus, when the shoe's on the other foot, when things are going badly, yeah, you best believe that the universe is going to give you no helping hand, and it's going to be incredibly difficult consistently. Thus, you need to be even better to pull it out. But right now, we're absolutely rolling. I mean, we're going downhill. The tractor is rolling downhill, and I ain't even got my foot on the accelerator right now. We are just rolling with the momentum. It is 2-0, and really, we should be about 4 or 5-0 up here. We've been absolutely dominant. Yep, I have witnessed it firsthand on both sides. Normally, unfortunately, when the shoe's on the other foot, but when things are going well, the universe just continues to give you little helping hands, even when you don't really need it. And unfortunately, the same is true when the shoe is on the other foot, as I've found out more often than not in my life. When things are going really bad, it is a slog, and it feels impossible to get away from bits of bad luck. Thankfully, right now, Ipswich haven't got that problem. It is 8 wins in 9 games, I believe. Or maybe 9 wins in 10, actually. And the clean sheet extended as well as we leapfrog Torino and go top of the league phase. Once again, I don't think there's a reward for pole position other than prize money. But to say we've topped the league phase, that if nothing else, give us good confidence going into the knockout stages. Back to managing the league, 7 clear of 4 teams below us in the table right now, but have a game in hand on 3 of those. Next up, Leicester away at the King Power, a ground where we always seem to lose against one of our big bogey teams. Like I said, we've all got them. You've got them. I've got them. We've all got them. And these guys are definitely one of my big bogey sides to face. Is the winning run coming to an end? I wouldn't be surprised. But if we can get through this, what a psychological hurdle we'll be clearing. Leicester away at the King Power. Coming to switch town. It's amazing, man. Even without Amin Adley, this run continues. And we flirted with it in the last episode. This notion that maybe we're better without him. Come on, like, surely not. Do you not know who this guy is? Surely not. Kind of reminds me of when, I don't know, people were talking about Manchester United and saying, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo. It was the first season he returned and he was their top scorer. I think he was top 3 in the Premier League scoring as well. And people were saying, oh, maybe Manchester United are actually better without Cristiano Ronaldo. And, you know, after he left, granted, you know, Eric obviously won them an FA Cup. They had the Carabao Cup the year prior, you know. But the problems had remained for a time. And so you have to say, was Ronaldo the problem? Or is it deeper than that? As Bournemouth makes a great save, but the rebound turned in. And there it is. For a way for the clean sheet run to end, I'm not surprised it ends that way. A rebound goal. They are ridiculously common this year. Yeah, I remember that debate very, very well regarding Ronaldo. It was an interesting time. And of course he had that infamous interview with Piers Morgan. It was such a strange time, wasn't it? People sometimes say now sports, top level sports, are a bit like a soap opera. I kind of believed it when that happened, you know, as Leonardo almost made it too. I think Bogey got a fingertip on that, and he did indeed. But why am I surprised, man? Started off poorly despite what's been an incredible run of 8 wins in 9 and 9 straight clean sheets. This is Leicester. We don't beat these guys. Yeah, even Superman had kryptonite. I mean, Ipswich Town have Leicester City, you know. Yeah, the tractor boys getting halted by the Foxes once again. We've seen this story before. As we look for that open. That's a great ball through. Come on, Georgie. Saved, and a shocker. Rebound turned in by Mudryk. Honestly, man, rebound goals, scoring and conceding, they are just so frequent. EA have got to work on it. Looks like our winning run is going to end after 3. And the unbeaten run probably going to go as well. I literally cannot beat these guys, man, honestly. Leicester City, home or away, I just can't beat them. Marcus Leonardo just about gets away from Onana, agrees with the tackle, but I don't think it's going to matter. Got to get the ball forward quickly. Walker, quick kick, last chance. It's a cracking kick out to Koleosho. We've got to get forward, which we can't, and that is going to do it. We've all got an Achilles heel, and this is mine. Going away to the King Power, where I swear we always lose. A winning run ended after 3, and an unbeaten run ended after 9, including a clean sheet streak as well. But is anyone surprised? Bogey teams, man, we've all got them. So just know, if you've got yours, Southampton's, Brentford's, Crystal Palace, whoever it may be, don't worry, I've got mine as well. These guys, Leicester, can't beat them. Well, we're still top, but after Brighton were held at Anfield, we had a golden chance to extend the gap to 9 points, and we blew it. And for the following game, a tough one to return home to. Manchester United in East Anglia right now, 8 behind us in the table. Honestly, it is open. We might have that 6-point cushion, but really, at this point, Man City getting back into the race in the top 8. Leicester, who are just beating us in 9th. Aston Villa in 10th. Liverpool, you can't rule them out in 11th. Same with Newcastle in 12th as well. Genuinely, the top 12 teams, as we approach the halfway stage, I believe have got a chance to win the title. But we are in pole position with that gap. But if we're going to stay there, you cannot afford consecutive slip-ups. Got to return to winning ways. Eric Ten Hag's side in East Anglia on the back of that defeat at the King Power. Genuinely, I would find this an easier fixture than Leicester home or away. They are that tough for me to play against. Let's prove that's the case. Manchester United at Portman Road. Come on, Ipswich Town. Bogey teams, man, honestly. You just got to accept it. We're all going to have them, you know. And it feels like in every save, you're going to have at least one. I remember I did a... Oh, can you get with me? Okay, no, I'll take it myself. Yes, come on. I did a career mode a few years ago in the Bundesliga with Arminia Bielefeld. And I used to say the phrase, Augsburg, bloody Augsburg, because every time we faced them, we lost against them. I think it was mainly away, but even at home we had struggles as well. But every single time we took them on away, we lost. It was ridiculous. Even when we became a 5-star Champions League contender, we would always lose to them away from home. Even to the point where they went to the 2 League and got relegated, but in that same season they still beat us. It's like we just can't beat them. And it's just the way career mode goes, man. As Xerxes hits the post and Christiansen will get it away. We've all got the bogey teams, and you'd have one every save, man, I swear. Yeah, as Oasis say, you just got to roll with it. And speaking of Manchester, right now, tuning up on the Red Devils, but they won't mind being City fans, as Liam Delap almost got our second, speaking of City, really on top in the first half. And I guess you could say we are rolling with it right now. And looking to get that second goal to give us a cushion in a first half where we've been in control and putting it right. And what do we say? If you've had a loss, you've just got to put it right in the next game. It's all Ipswich right now. I was seeing for the tour they've announced, their comeback tour. I must say, I really like Oasis. I used to be really into them as a teenager. Maybe not as much nowadays, but I still like them. Just don't listen to them as much now. But anyway, I've seen for their comeback tour, the amount of scalpers that brought tickets and are reselling them for extortionate prices, pricing out actual real fans, you know, fans of the band for some people it will be many decades, you know. It sucks, man, honestly, the amount of resellers just capitalising with no intention of going themselves, but buying the tickets just to resell them at, like, you know, 6-7 times the price in some cases. It's like, honestly, that's one of those things that really gets on my goat, you know. Like, I'm genuinely quite a calm person, like not much really, you know, angers me, if you will. But when I see that, people ripping people off, that always frustrates me, man. So if you haven't got a ticket, I do feel for you. Anyway, Georgie looking for our third dominant first half here. We could be 4 or 5 up. Yep, you can fire that win under controlled and efficient. Got the 2 goals in the first half and then kind of eased off in the second. And whether you bought a ticket for this game on resale or at the original price at the ticket office, you definitely got value for money. Back to winning ways, back to clean sheet ways, and staying top of the table. Oh Lord, they coming though. You just saw there, 3-2 win at St Mary's. You can't write them off. I mean, you really, really can't, man. Manchester City and Premier League titles. It is an iconic combination in this Guardiola era. You can't rule them off. You can't rule them off. Still in 8th place, 11 points behind, but even at this current point, yeah, I'm not ruling them out. Absolutely not. And I'm not ruling out these guys as well. Following game, second away day in 3, and hopefully not back-to-back losses on the road. Not in Leicester, thankfully. Not in Leeds either, but no travelling to the capital. North London to take on Arsenal in 4th right now, with 6 clear of Brighton and 7 clear of West Ham, and 10 clear of these guys. But they've got the game in hand on all 3 of us. So heading into this one, really important game. Not to let Arsenal get a win ahead of Stinks. If they do, they could cut it to 7 and then possibly cut it to 4 by winning that game in hand. The Gunners in the following contest. Come on, Ipswich Town. January window right around the corner as well. Still got big decisions to make regarding what we do with Liam Delap and Mumba. I mean, are we going to let them both walk on a free? Surely not. Surely not. I mean, possibly Mumba, who, you know, is just a squad player now, but Delap, especially in this period without Amin Adli, has been an incredibly important piece to have. Getting minutes, getting goals. As Koleosho should have got our first. Alisson with the save. Turns it behind for a corner. I think with Delap, I might even give him that important squad role. Just put him on a 1-year deal and then maybe cash in on in the summer for a profit or a perceived profit, because he's too good to let walk on a free. Ghana to Onana. Now Gonzalo. We still find ourselves deadlocked here. Wait. I won't be against it though. Credible point and clean sheet away at the Emirates Stadium. Yeah, I'm not against this result at all. You know what's worth considering as well is I haven't discussed this at all yet, but as things stand, only 5 goals conceded in 17 games. If we keep this pace up, we'll beat Chelsea's record of only 15 conceded in a whole season. Long way to go, of course, but I've never done that before. As Koleosho goes down, Davis tries his luck and puts it wide, and that may well be a season ender for Luka Warwick. Thankfully, the half-time whistle's come. He's slowly getting back to his feet, to be fair. But that doesn't look like a bruise to me. That looks like a lot more of a long-term injury. Yeah, someone who's been making career mode videos on YouTube for over a decade. Naturally, with all the different FIFAs and FCs, with all the different saves we've done, there's a lot of things we've done. You know, there's a lot of trophies we've won, a lot of cool things we've achieved. So when there's a chance to do something I've never done before, I really want to do it. I really want to do it for the first time. And this, again, would be it. Oh, what a save, Alisson, from point-blank range. Never before have I beaten that Chelsea record, which I've said before, as Mudryk is also denied by the Brazilian, I think may well stand the test of time. I really do believe that. You think about amazing seasons in the Premier League, sometimes that doesn't get the credit it deserves. 15! Only 15 conceded in an entire campaign. It speaks to the fantastic drill defence that Chelsea had under Mourinho there. Saka to Matthias Tell, gives it him back. Bukayo denied by Bulka and headed away by Davis. Wants another shutout, wants another clean sheet, wants another golden glove. Tell also denied, still 0-0. Both keepers on it today. Final chance coming for Arsenal, just got to see this out. It might only be 1 win in 3, but as Saka slipped through, rolls it across. Back-to-back losses away. 2 losses in 3. Arsenal cutting the gap. And don't even think about the defensive record, Doxy boy. Pole position's under threat right now. Arsenal win it with basically the final kick of the game. You cannot drop concentration until the very final whistle in top level football. Gunners win it with the final kick. And how bad was the injury for Koleosho as well? Completely forgot about that. Luka Warwick, who, remember, was done at the start of the season for 3 months, is now going to be out for 4 weeks as well. So he's been in the wars this year. He's going to join Amin on the treatment room for another month. And that is a big, big blow as we have a little bit of a stumbling block here. 2 losses in 3, and the gap cut to 3 by Brighton and Arsenal. Oh, they played their game in hand before. I didn't realise that. They must have won it. Who did they beat? They beat Chelsea away at the Bridge. So, yep, the gap is cut to 3 by the Seagulls. It's 4 between us and Arsenal and West Ham. But also, look who's coming. Look who's gaining speed. You know who. The Dynasty, Man City in 5th. Right, let's do 1 or 2 more games heading into this one. In fact, just before we do that, Brighton versus Man City right before our game on Christmas Day, where we want a present under the tree of 3 points as well. Have Man City beaten Brighton? I don't know who I'd want to win that game, to be honest there. Probably a point, so neither team gains too much ground in the end. It was a 4-0 win for Brighton. And Arsenal dropped points as well away at Spurs. Thank you very much, Mr. Postecoglou. Okay, alright then, game in hand on Brighton, who have gone top of the table on goal difference. Man, if there was ever a season for a bizarre winner in the Premier League, it's this one. Heading into this Christmas Day, West Ham at home, who are right now only behind us by 4 as well. Massive game at the top of the table between 2nd and 4th. We've got to return to winning ways here after 2 losses in 3. To get to the halfway stage, back in pole position. Only a win will do me here in East Anglia. Let's make sure we go get it. Come on, Ipswich Town. Yep, Christmas Day football, you know, Doxy's an advocate for this, no doubt about it, man, seriously. As a massive basketball fan, I said before, Christmas can be a tricky time for a lot of people, and not everyone celebrates Christmas, as we know, and, you know, for myself, I'm not always celebrating solo, if you will, but I probably will be this year. And for me, I said it, one thing I love is that, you know, as a big basketball fan, you got the Christmas Day games, and there's some brilliant ones coming this year. Obviously, you've got Lakers versus Warriors, because, you know, the NBA is going to run the LeBron versus Golden State duel until it's officially finished and LeBron is retired, you know. But there's Nuggets versus the Suns. You've got, I think, Sixers going to Boston or the other way around. That's going to be fun as well. And, of course, the one I'm most excited for, Minnesota versus Dallas as well. So, you know, as a massive basketball fan, that's what I really look forward to on Christmas. If I am, it's the lap, hits the side netting. Unfortunately, going to be celebrating solo, like, again, I probably will be this year. Basketball keeps me company, you know. It's something to watch during the day. I think someone's just gone down. I reckon it was Gonzalo. It was indeed Gonzalo going down. And he's soldiering on out there, so I think it might just be a bruise, but... Well, with Koleosha just going down... Oh, we're missing Adley as Lucas Paquetá hits the crossbar. The last thing we need is another injury to one of my star players. Amin, Luca, and Inafio. For them all to be missing, oh, we will be getting tested then. Might be in pole position or might have been in pole position. We won't be for much longer. If these injuries keep occurring, to think so recently, we could have been going 9 points clear at the top. Wow, how things change quickly in football, as we know. As Kai Havertz almost scored the opener, only for Marcin to deny him. This is the final game of the first half of the season. What we don't want is a home loss back-to-back and 3 defeats in 4, staying behind league leaders Brighton. It's going to be a big second half. A point will send us top, but psychologically, I feel like we need all 3. Come on, second half underway. Let's find a winner and close the episode on a big 3 points. Oh my word. As passes start going astray, Doxy boys' frustration beginning to show. Bulka saw that shot dipping a little bit and did well to turn it behind. Still deadlocked here, but come on. A draw might send us top, but it's not... Oh, come on. It's not going to cut it, man. We need a win. Havertz scores, squeezes in. We're a goal down. And what do we say, man? This is just what happens with the universe, man. When you're rolling, when you're firing, the universe gives you those helping hands. When you start to struggle, everything seems to go against you. A goal down and we are in trouble right now. Come on, let's go. Georgie across. There's Hassan, takes it over the halfway line. Plays a great ball through to the lap. I've got Georgie coming with me. We'll play the quick 1-2. There's Wharton in behind. It's a great build-up. The finish is... Oh! Tipped onto the bar. Excellent save. And that's a push as it remains at 1-0. Come on, half an hour to at least salvage a point. 18 to go. Come on. Still time. Moses. Delap. Hassan. Georgie. What a tackle that is there, right at the death as Hassan wins it. Oh, come on. Georgie in the middle. Oh my God, he's missed the ball. And I missed the target. Unbelievable. You can't miss those chances. I think that's it. I think that is it. Come on! My word! It is a drop 2 points. It is only 1 win in 4. But goodness gracious, when you're going through it, you'll take any positive. And this positive will be the point. Well, there's 4 minutes to win it, to be fair. Peter control on Doxy, but there's still time. No, we are going to run out of time, and that will do it. 2 points drop, no matter how you look at it. And somehow failed to get more than the 1 goal. But the goal we did get, courtesy of the Georgian, at least ensures we won't have back-to-back losses and a point and keeping a title rival at bay as we go back into pole position by a point. I don't know how he didn't win that, but silver lining, man, we're top on Christmas Day. And that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Once off to you all, have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with match day 7 and possibly 8 in the Europa League phase, aiming to wrap up a top 8 automatic qualification. Players will have the FA Cup third rounds, the Championship side, West Bromwich Albion and East Anglia, and the second half of the league season will begin as the January window opens, where Ipswich Town are clinging on to top spot. Forget that Chelsea defensive record, man. I just want to stay where we are right now in an incredibly tough and tight first half of the Premier League season as we remain just, and I mean just, in pole position. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.